Hi there. So, there's this farmer named Bill. Bill really likes tractors. Like, really likes tractors. So anyway, Bill hears about this sale on in town. There's a 1969 VW tractor, really pretty model, for sale. So he heads down to the sale, and he sees the tractor. And he's like, I would love to buy this tractor. So he looks around the tractor, checks it out, checks the engine, he checks the body, checks the paint, just in case he doesn't want it to be too damaged. It is a 1969 model though, so he thinks he'll need to do a bit of work on it. Anyway, after a lot of discussion with the owner, he buys the tractor and he drives the tractor home to his farm. He spends days working on this tractor. Anyway, he eventually gets the tractor running and he's really happy with it. The tractor's great, absolutely loves it. Anyway, so over the years, Bill collects more and more tractors. All of them great tractors. Actually, turns out the original 1961 one that he bought is his favorite, but still over time he gets some really nice tractors. Some really nice 71 models, some models from the 80s. He even gets one of the original tractors that had no engine. Anyway, as Bill gets older, he starts becoming less fit and less competent with the tractors. So one harvesting season, he accidentally crashes one of his tractors, and it grievously harms him. And so while Bill's in hospital, he comes to the conclusion that he really shouldn't keep on with this tractor obsession. So he sells his tractors. He sells one, he sells two. People coming in from all over the country. He has one of the best tractor collections ever. And he ends up selling almost all of them, except for that one 1969 model. And so he eventually takes that 1969 model tractor and he drives it into town and he sells it to the first person who comes up to him. They say, Bill, I'll buy that tractor off you for $20,000. Bill says, yes, definitely. He sells the tractor and he's finally got rid of his tractor obsession. So he moves into the city, he sells his farm, and with all the money he buys a new place and he goes into a pub. And while he's in the pub, there's a lot of smoking going on. There's a lot of smokers around. He's fine with that. He's okay with smokers. There's a lot of smoke in the air. Anyway, a very pretty girl walks in and she starts coughing, and obviously she doesn't really like the smoke. So Bill goes up to her and says, look, would you come in and have a drink with me if I cleared the smoke out? And she said, sure, but how are you going to clear the smoke out? So he sucks the smoke into his lungs, breathes it out the door, sucks the smoke into his lungs, breathes it out the door, sucks the smoke into his lungs, breathes it out the door, and after a few minutes, the whole bar is clean. And she says to Bill, she says, how did you do that? And Bill says, I'm an Extractor fan.